GMAT all day.
Anytime you see a question on the GMAT and you just go, how the hell am I supposed to do this? There's a good chance that you are staring at a divisibility question or a geometry question with a weird looking diagram. But anytime you see a question where you think, how am I supposed to do this without a calculator? Then there's a good chance it's a divisibility question. So let's talk about, what does divisibility mean? It means we are breaking things up. We are taking complicated things and we are breaking them up into simpler chunks. And that is how I think of divisibility. That is what I mean when I say divisibility is a tool as much as it is a type of question. I am taking things that I normally would be very hard and unwieldy to work with and breaking them down, but they're much simpler to work with. So for a question like this, I am definitely not finding what 51 squared is or what 39 cubed is. And I certainly am not finding what 51 squared times 39 cubed is. When I see a question like this, I know exactly what my approach is going to be. I'm going to break up my terms into their prime factors, or in this case with exponents, that means you are breaking the bases up into their prime factors. And if you do that, anything that can be combined or canceled out will reveal itself. So it is not necessarily the case that you always have to break things down all the way into their prime factors. You can cancel things out by partially breaking them down. That is totally fine and maybe quicker even. But the way to ensure that it will always work out, if you are have any doubt, is to break things fully down into their prime factors. That will always work. It just might take a little bit more time, but anything that can be combined or canceled will be very easy to see once everything is fully broken up and separated out. So for a question like this, 17 is already prime, so can't do anything with that. 51 is 17 times 3, I believe. That seems to show up a lot on the GMAT, so I would know that, because if you have to fumble around for a bit to figure that out, like waste some time. Worth just sort of memorizing. 51 is 17 times 3. So 51 squared, 17 times 3 squared. 39 is 13 times 3. So 39 cubed is 13 times 3 cubed. 3 to the fourth, 3 is prime. Can't do anything with that. 13 squared, so we'll leave that as is because 13 is prime. 78 is 39 times 2. And 39 can be broken down, like we said before, 13 times 3. So 2 times 3 times 13. Then 85 is what? Something divided by 5. 17, I believe. So 85 squared is 17 times 5 squared. Now, you gotta know your exponent rules as well. If you don't know your exponent rules, you can't make divisibility work towards your advantage. So I'm gonna multiply these out, distribute them, and then usually what I like to do is I like to arrange my expressions, the two sides of my equations, or in this case, the top and bottom half of my fraction. I like to arrange them in ascending order, because that way it's very easy to see visually how things will cancel out. And by that I mean arrange them in ascending order by base. But first, I'm going to multiply these out. So we got 17 here. The power just gets distributed to each of the two terms. They're both multiplying together. So 17 times 3 all cubed is just 17 squared times 3 squared. And here we got 13 cubed times 3 cubed all over 3 to the fourth times 13 squared times 2 times 3 times 13 times 17 squared times 5 squared. So now, once everything is fully multiplied out, I just got to combine everything. So I want to put these in ascending order. So I get 3 squared, 3 cubed. So that's 3 to the fifth times 13 cubed. Then I got 17 to the first times 17 squared. That is just 17 cubed. And then on the bottom, so I got a 2 to start from here. So 2 times, and I got 3 to the fourth and the 3 to the first here. So that's 3 to the fifth. Cancel these out as I go so we can keep track. 13 squared times 13 to the first, 13 cubed, times 17 squared. Then I forgot 5's over here. So this 5 squared should be here. 13 cubed, was it? Times 17 squared. Now for the fun part. My 13 cubes, gone. My 3/5, gone. I got 17 cubed over 17 squared. That just leaves me with a 17 to the first up top. Then I just have a 2 and a 5 squared. I'm left with 17 over 2 times 5 squared, which is 17 over 50. And it looks like for my answer is I got to convert this to a decimal, which is easy to do because I can just multiply this by 2 over 2 to get it over 100. That's 34 over 100, which is 0.34, which is